So we're going to be talking about the main topic that's been boiling over my mind for a long time, which is why hasn't Call of Duty come over to the Nintendo Switch, and we're going to go over some possibilities based on some facts of why I think Call of Duty will be coming onto the Switch, and here's why. And I would just love to give a quick shout out to some of these supporters right here. I'm going to slap their names right on the screen right here. These guys have been showing a ton of support, man. It's been crazy over the past few weeks. So without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and jump in this video.
You know how much I love the Nintendo Switch!
On Switch fam, it is your boy QKG, and let's talk about the elephant in the room, man. How has Call of Duty not been ported over to the Nintendo Switch yet? Because I mean, even back in the day, the freaking DS had Black Ops, had Modern Warfare, Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3 come over. Well, maybe not Modern Warfare 2, but you get the idea. They had some ports here and there, even though they were handled by completely different teams and honestly very different games. But as long as it handled the Call of Duty formula, players were attached to it. So tell me, guys, in the comments, did you ever play any of these handheld Call of Duty games? Because personally, for me, a lot of people said they were fun, but the only main Call of Duty game handheld I played was Call of Duty Black Ops Declassified, which was the closest thing to actually having a Call of Duty experience in the palm of your hand. So tell me in the comments down below on any of those games you might have tried. So honestly, let's just get to the nitty gritty with this video. So the first thing is Call of Duty Mobile coming over that nobody really asked for, but is a very good looking mobile game. Like, I looked at the game, I was like, man, this game literally looks like Black Ops 2 in the palm of your hand. And it takes a lot of elements from maybe Modern Warfare 2 to Call of Duty 4, Black Ops series. It just looks like a really fun game. It's my dream Call of Duty. Combine all the Call of Duties that I've loved over the years, put them in the one game, make sure it's updated to where there isn't the same bullcrap that was going on in the other games, like one-man army noob tubes or just running around with the flamethrower or anything of that nature. Just combine them all into one and just make a solid game. So even the devs at Treyarch, when someone asks, hey, is Black Ops 4 coming over to the Switch? They just kind of like, I don't think so. They just kind of like laughed it off like, yeah, we really ain't gonna mess with that. So it's like, not that it seems like they're ignoring the community, but that's how it can come off. Like, when the community is constantly asking for a game, even Mortal Kombat 11 is coming over to the Nintendo Switch day and date. They even had it in their mind. You're like, you know what? Let's actually launch this thing. Because even Mortal Kombat and Injustice Gods Among Us, Mortal Kombat 9 came over onto the PlayStation Vita, played at 60 frames per second, and actually handled really well on the Vita except the visuals. But for the most part, companies have these things in mind so that they can bring out a good quality product to a different platform. So with the possibilities of Black Ops 4 being ruled out, we were thinking over time, I'm like, okay, is something going to come over to the Switch? And then we get news that Call of Duty Mobile comes out, which I cannot lie. Like I said, it looks good, but at the same time, I can just smell the microtransactions oozing out that game. Like, I can just smell it coming. I can tell this is going to be some type of pay-to-win game. It just doesn't, unless they can nail their free-to-play model, because you don't have to lock guns behind a free-to-play game. You can put in so many different cosmetic items. You can put in anything within the game. Fortnite has nailed this. Everything in the game, when it comes gameplay-wise, you can achieve. You don't have to pay for any of that. But when it comes to emotes, cool-looking skins, weapon camos, buy all those. People buy them all the time. So there's ways that you can make the formula work. And then the direction that Black Ops 4 was going into is just not for your boy. Because as soon as the new gun came over, the MP5, which is probably one of my favorite weapons of all time, that comes out to Black Ops 4 and come to find out it's locked behind like tier 80 in the battle pass for Black Ops 4. So I was like, okay, so that's how y'all want to play it. So I just left that alone, man. I haven't even touched Black Ops 4 to this day because it just seems like their old ways are showing. It's like, you're gonna lock behind guns behind a paywall, and because you can level up, sure, but then also you can end up buying your way to it. But I just don't like having stuff like that hit. Like if you're gonna add in new guns to the game, just make them accessible to everybody right out the gate, just so it does not create any type of rifts within the community. So overall, there is one possibility that will come over to the Nintendo Switch, and we're going to talk about them right now. So Call of Duty Mobile could make its way onto the Nintendo Switch, mainly because it's built off the Unity engine. That is an engine that's very flexible with the Nintendo Switch, very compatible. So we could end up seeing that come over. Even Power Rangers Battle for the Grid, which I've been playing so much, is coming over to the Nintendo Switch. And also, Shadowgun Legends is actually going to come over to the Nintendo Switch, built off the Unity engine. So hopefully we could see that hit. But like I said, man, the microtransactions. So let's get into the next possibility, which is Modern Warfare 2 Remastered could make its way onto the Nintendo Switch, and here's why. Whenever they make a remaster of a game, it's, especially if the game is maybe a generation behind, it's not too many different changes they have to make. Like, they'll bump the visuals up here and there, frame rate might be a little bit better, and boom, you got your remaster. But if it's something from like the PS2 or PlayStation, it's going to look drastically different. So, and to be honest with you, when it comes down to the hardware that was on the 360, like some tri-cell processor, something having like 500 gigabytes of RAM or 500 megabytes of RAM, honestly, the Nintendo Switch will definitely succeed that thing, no problem. So it could definitely work on the Nintendo Switch. It would just have to be something that was being developed from the gate. It can't be something that's put out and then ported, because then I don't know how players are going to feel about that. So that is a possibility. Infinity Ward is going to be dropping Modern Warfare 4, and it's been speculated that Modern Warfare 2 remaster is coming. I mean, heck, if Modern Warfare 4 comes over, I mean, cool, bring it on over. Like, I don't care. Just bring over either Modern Warfare 2 remastered or Modern Warfare 4. Either which way, those are possibilities that could happen, but Modern Warfare 2 might be more likely. Alright, Switch fam, since you guys made it all the way to the end of this video, leave your comments down below. Tell me what was your dream game to come over to the Nintendo Switch. Leave it in the comments down below. I want to chop it up with you guys down there. I kind of want to see where you guys are at and where you're thinking, so definitely drop the comments down below. Alright, Switch fam, that's going to end it off for this video. This is your boy QKG, and peace out.